When your AC stops working, just call the experts at KS Services Heating and Air. They're fast and affordable. Right now, purchase any Bryant energy efficient system and save with 0% interest for 60 months with approved credit. It comes included with a 5-year labor warranty. And our fair price guarantee means that we will always give you 3 quotes for every situation. A good, better, and best. Call KS Services Heating and Air today. We roll on, whatever it takes.
The Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Tuesday, October 3rd. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather dry for the rest of the week. And over the weekend, tropical mischief. A system in the Gulf of Mexico could impact Alabama in a big way, or maybe a small way. A lot of uncertainty here, so let's dive in and see what we got. First off, for the short term, it's pretty easy. A very cold upper trough in the west, a warm upper ridge in the east. Again, high amplitude. Temperatures, mostly low 80s, Birmingham 82. That's about average for early October. We typically don't see highs here dropping in the 70s until maybe October 5th. And around the nation, look at the cold air over Montana. Goodness gracious. They're only in the 30s at mid-afternoon, but 80s over the eastern states. And speaking of Montana, look at this. This is Havre, Montana. Some locations in that area have picked up 30 inches, over 2 feet of snow over the past 24 hours. Wow. There's the watch warning map, some freeze issues for parts of the high plains. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Marginal risk of severe weather, parts of New Mexico for the rest of today and tonight. And again, otherwise, no severe weather expected. Rain, this is a tough one. Alabama could see a lot or maybe not much at all over the next 7 days. We'll be dry through Friday. This is the latest QPF coming from WPC, suggesting about 1 inch. And again, you're going to see this map changing a lot as we approach the weekend. The amount of rain we see all depends on the tropics. So let's take a look. You see the disturbance that's over the southwest Caribbean, off the coast of Central America, way down south. That's the one that will most likely move north and wind up in the Gulf. We note a little disturbance that's near the Bahamas, just a low chance of developing. This is the 5-day outlook from NHC, and you can see now the guys have a 60% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days with the system coming up toward the Gulf. And again, conditions seem to be favorable for a tropical depression to form. And where does it go from there? That will be the subject of great weeping and gnashing of teeth. This will be 90L, and the modeling just beginning here. And again, there's not much to show you at this point. That's the spaghetti plots, and this is the intensity guidance. Most models ramp it up to Tropical Storm Nate, and 1 brings it up to a Category 2 hurricane. But again, this is very early in the game. Let's get this thing organized and get some better data before we're too specific on this. Let's look at the modeling. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock Central Time. This is where the pressure is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground. Got a 594 ridge down here, trough back in the northwest. And tomorrow, much like today, mostly sunny with a high, I'd say, between 82 and 85. We start the day around 60. Cooler pockets could be in the 50s. Thursday, we note a little surface low is near South Florida. That is not the disturbance that should affect us this weekend, by the way. And that's going to bring kind of wet conditions to the Florida peninsula, especially on the Atlantic coast. It'll be windy and wet there. But for us, the sky should be mostly sunny on Thursday. And again, the high mid-80s. Really the same thing on Friday. Mostly sunny with mid-80s. This is Saturday, and here we go. So this is the GFS. We'll show you the European here in just a second. The GFS depicts a pretty good moisture surge, and if this were to verify, this is suggesting we might need to mention a chance of showers and thunderstorms in here on Saturday. The tropical system is south of New Orleans. This is Sunday morning, 7 a.m., and the GFS brings a tropical low, a tropical depression, or a tropical storm up into Louisiana, a little to the southwest of New Orleans. Then by Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, it's got the thing approaching Laurel, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So if this solution were to verify, then our weekend would be wet, with rain beginning possibly at times on Saturday, becoming widespread by Sunday. And the rain could be heavy at times, but not so fast. Let's check the European. This is Sunday evening. You can see the difference here. Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, it has a tropical system, tropical storm, maybe a minimal hurricane here coming up on the Florida Panhandle coast, near or maybe just below Panama City Beach. That's a huge difference. And then Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock, it's got the remnant circulation over Georgia. And if the European verifies, Alabama's going to be kind of on the dry side of this thing. And I think we'll get some rain, but again, not much. So if the GFS is right, we get a big wet down this weekend. If the European is right, Sunday would feature some rain, especially for the eastern half of the state, but the big rain's off to the east. So understand it's too early. People asking about the beach, outdoor activities for Saturday and Sunday in Alabama. Just be aware of the possibility, a good possibility, a tropical system comes up out of the south. How it affects Alabama and any specific point on the Gulf Coast, Gulf Shores, Destin, Panama City, it's just too early. It could be a big player, though. So you got to watch it and watch forecast updates. We'll do these, often on the blog. We always do. But it's just too early. Nobody can tell you right now. This thing needs to get organized. We need to get better data. And forecast confidence will greatly increase every day as we approach the weekend. Let's jump on to Tuesday of next week. Trough across the northern plain states. Down below that looks pretty quiet for us. And this is the end of the forecast period. Friday of next week, October 13th. And again, we've got kind of a flat ridge here, and that looks pretty quiet. Check the numbers. Highs, low, maybe mid-80s next several days. Cooling off out there later in the month with highs dropping mostly in the 70s and lows dropping mostly in the 50s. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening and God bless.
AC broken? Just call KS Services Heating and Air. All Bryant energy-efficient systems come with a 5-year labor warranty, and our fair price guarantee means that we'll always give you 3 quotes for every situation. Just call KS Services Heating and Air today.